Masters 8, the top 8 trainers in the Pokemon World Championships. What do we know about them? The 3 competitors that we are currently aware of are Leon, the most powerful trainer in the world and the Galar region champion; Lance, the winner of the Elite Four Cup, whatever that is, and the winner of Driftvale City's World Tournament; and Raihan, whose league card says he could easily beat a champion in the other region, but stays in Galar to beat Leon. Plus the recent Pokefan reaffirms that he is as powerful as a champion. The thing these guys have in common is that they're all champion tier, so let's do some predicting for the remaining 5. Starting with the obvious, and probably the most agreed upon competitor, is Cynthia. The champion of the Sinnoh region is an insanely popular character, with an insanely popular ace Pokemon, Garchomp being the second most popular Sinnoh Pokemon in the recent Pokemon of the Year poll. Additionally, her voice actress has a role in the series currently, Kahara's mother Yoshino. It'd be very easy to integrate Cynthia into this series, and while it's not yet known if Diamond and Pearl will receive remakes this generation, that may be a possible contributing factor for a potential return of Cynthia. I feel that Steven is the second most likely. He's recently showed up in Pokemon X and Y as a Hoenn champion. In Advanced, Ash and Steven only met briefly in that series, and when they would meet again in X, Y, and Z, they didn't interact. Advanced teased that Ash and Steven would one day battle, but they never did. It's very possible that they had plans to have Ash and Steven battle each other at some point, but Emerald's existence may have changed that somewhat due to the change in champion to Wallace. This change carried over to the anime too, of course, as Ash's battle in Satopolis is against Swan, while Diamond and Pearl confirms Wallace was the Hoenn champion at the time. The World Championships are a strong opportunity to finally have this long-awaited match. Going into areas that I'm less sure about, there are 2 feminine figures in silhouettes that were displayed in the future preview. Obviously Cynthia would account for one of these, so who else do we know that's a champion figure and also female? Diantha. Something strengthening her case too is she's a known user of Mega Evolution, which would set her apart from Cynthia, though Cynthia does use Mega Evolution in Gen 7 and Pokemon Masters. We haven't seen her in the anime since the mechanic was introduced, so we don't know if she uses it or not. A very unlikely choice I'm throwing on just to be quirky as Piers. He's a noted powerhouse in the game, as he had Raihan on the ropes despite the fact that he doesn't make use of Dynamax. In addition to being the first Dark-type gym leader, almost being able to defeat the champion tier Raihan is impressive, plus he has the marketability of being a new character. I would like to present an alternative to Piers though, and that is Flint. I was thinking about what Elite Four members would potentially be worth including, and none really stuck out to me, and then I remembered Flint. He became friends with Ash in Diamond and Pearl, and Ash saw a part of himself in Flint. To discuss Flint as a trainer, he's a member of the Sinnoh Elite Four. Lance seems to be part of the Elite Four in Kanto, rather than the Kanto champion, so as president for it. In the final episode of Diamond and Pearl, Flint was battling Cynthia and had defeated 2 of her Pokemon with his Infinite alone. Now clearly the rest of his team had fallen, and Infinite lost to Garchomp, but if Diamond and Pearl remakes are happening, I think that Flint is a possibility. Going on to what I consider to be a more boring choice as older. Don't get me wrong, he's fine and would be a Unova representative, which having a representative for each region would make sense for the series as we travel around the world. It's just Black and White isn't a series that I've really watched and he's not that interesting in the games, but I think he's a fairly safe bet to make. So the last candidates that I can think of are either someone like Wallace, who's at the champion level of power, or what I believe to be more likely, one of Ash's rivals, new or old. I'm pretty sure the fan favourite choice will be Elan for this. However, my personal preference is Paul. Paul was a perfect foil to Ash, and their conflicting ideologies fueled their rivalry and built up a mutual respect between the two. Paul was essentially everything Ash wasn't, and even ventured to the same regions Ash had. By the time Ash had beaten Paul in the Sinnoh League, they appeared to end their rivalry on good terms and promised to battle once more. As I said though, it's likely that the fan favourite choice would be Elan, the rival who beat Ash in the Kalos League. It was strange for Ash to have a rival he never defeated, and especially in X and Y, it made more of an upset as Ash was very strong in Kalos. I'd certainly be for Ash to finally get a win over Elan, but I personally feel more of a connection to Paul, and would like to see him reach the top 8. However, I mentioned it could be a new rival. You can probably tell where I'm going with this, but Hop is a strong candidate in my eyes as he makes his way up to the Champion Cup. He could enter the World Championship instead of, or in addition to the Galar League. He has to live up to the reputation of his brother, being the unbeatable champion, but now Leon is the world's strongest Pokemon trainer, and sorry if you disagree, but I like Hop's arc in the game. I would like to see the anime's take on living in the shadow of the strongest. So to recap, my list is Cynthia, Steven, Diantha, a wildcard pick, older, and a rival. It's more than 5, and one of them will eventually be booted out anyway, so Ash can join the top 8. But that's my list. Who do you think will make up the top 8 of the World Championships? Comment below and let me know. If you enjoyed watching, be sure to subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you next time.